Phone's awfully silent, man. Normally, when Arsenal play or anything to do with my football club, there's a lot of people questioning me and atting me and stuff and everywhere. It seems like everywhere's quiet. It feels like I'm the only Arsenal fan, or for Arsenal fans, better yet, is what I meant to say. We're the only ones that really are talking about football. Last time I checked, we ain't played in a minute. We played Burnley. I see we win 1-0, something we've done in our history, something we've done at times this season, kept a clean sheet. See Bournemouth versus City. I don't know. I don't look at the league table. I'm lying. Of course I do. We are in game week 37 and game week 38. No one cares. No one cares. I know we have to sit here and say we need to build for PSG and all of that, but come on, it's a homecoming. Them lot down the lane tell us go to South London. So we're gonna go and link our cousins. Eze, there's a homecoming. We're gonna all share pleasantries. Two teams that win stuff, two teams that are in European finals. We're focusing on Paris Saint-Germain. Give debuts, give farewell tours, play Norgard. There's so much we could unpack and discuss, man. And I do think it's actually slowly but surely settling in that we've done this. I say this, I don't think it will, because I think the parade is going to be a madness. I think not even just a parade, like, because one thing I've seen is like it being on TikTok or Instagram is fans all over the world. Like Africa's moving mad, like Serbia, they're doing crazy stuff. Like we know we're the culture club, but like, where was all you lot, man? We deserve this. We as a club, as everybody connected, for us on the ground. We love football in it. Like we're not earning millions and being managers and whatnot. We just love football and we love our club and we love these moments. And the game's changed now. The game's changed. They can do all their shameless agendas, but the game's changed. You question, can we get over the line? We did. People are gonna sit here and act here. And obviously, let's stop being silly for a second. Manchester City or Manchester City. Pep Guardiola has been an absolute terror for everybody not connected to City to this league. I'm sure they haven't lost a game in the Premier League since November. Don't hold me to account on that. So that tells you the level. Even though this is a rub kind of City side, by their own standards, they've still done a domestic double. Until this week, could have done a domestic treble. Obviously, they went out the champs, but you get it. So we've been better than them, bro. They've had our number out of all of these years. They've had the league in the choke. Okay, I'm not even doing all of that recent history stuff. But the one day we win, we have to gas it up, especially against City. I'm seeing Kevin De Bruyne push my manager. Nothing is said. Haaland is telling us stay humble. Haaland is trying to go aura for aura with Declan Rice. Declan Rice. I didn't think there was more ways for me to respect and rate Declan Rice as an individual. As obviously I don't know him, but as a person, like off the field and what he displays himself, as well as on it, like because I keep saying, like you said, it's not just you, but you said it's not over. Haaland tried to do that in the Everton thing. It didn't bang. I can't lie. One of the best feelings ever is I like the shithouse with that Turkey does. But you don't play for Arsenal Football Club. So when it goes left for you, I like the tears. I like the tears. And I'm becoming horrible, people, because if I'm honest with you, like I am a football purist, but you love talks mad about my football club. Like I'm seeing the Amad Diallo slander, João Pedro not going to the World Cup slander. And I'm loving it, you know. Like Foden might not be going World Cup. I don't know what's going on. Saka patterning. Martin, you can see, I see Nico O'Reilly for the start of the season. The whole thing again. It was looking dark with Miles Skelly at one point, and he's just come back. We're gonna get into individuals, but and as fans, we deserve this, man. As fans, honestly, to see everybody celebrating, however you're celebrating, whether you're around the world at the just whatever in it, sharing our love for football. These are the moments that we're in it for, in it, and history's been made. And you lot that have been following me for a number of years, when it's all said and done, one thing I've said is we're a competitive team. We need to get over the line. You finally passed that, and I think that we have to welcome all the pressures that come with it. And I would say, regardless of what they say and how they move the goalposts, for the fans, for their players, enjoy it, because they're gonna. The moral of the story: they called you bottlers. Now they're getting onto you for doing it. And again, I'm going to get onto the players, but when it's all said and done, this was the objective. Obviously, in the ideal world, I want to hear Saka's looking like he can win Ballon d'Or. Gyökeres has 25 plus goals. You know, Martinelli and Trossard, for what we generally, all the things we speak about. I wish it was all 20 out of 10. I wish Eze and Gyökeres never had their kind of slow start to life at Arsenal. I wish Zubamendi, obviously, he's a bit flat at the moment, isn't it? This is not your best individual season. Obviously, there's some. Raya, you could argue that. Saliba, I could ask you that as well. I could ask that, but it's yeah, man. Like it's surreal, and you've all got it done. It's like I was saying, it's none of it is your best individual seasons, but this is your most memorable. Because in the grand scheme of things, yeah, we remember when Odegaard, Martinelli, Saka, they got double figures, when this one was doing that, but ultimately it didn't count for nothing. This is your most memorable one as a squad. Some of you have been here for years. It has got dark. one thing I'll give it to you lot. When it's all said and done, crunch time, because April was horrible. 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 I thought we was going to do what we normally did. May has been amazing. Yes, we need to focus on being competitive against PSG. And God, please allow me, man. I got a taste for this trophy thing again. I forgot. Some of my hating friends are saying, act like you ain't been, like you've been here before. Nah, actually, we need to enjoy this. It's lit. What I saw on Tuesday, bro, we had that since we come Emirates. Cool up, like we've had great nights, and we've had parades, but we've crossed. Everyone connected. We've crossed into another realm now. We've crossed into another realm. We need to retain it. We need to keep being here. All's forgiven, Arteta, but I'm kind of greedy and selfish. It's all fun and games now, but you could have patterned the League Cup final, though. And they need to make a documentary about all of this. Everything has been a movie, from Max Dowman to Eze to that League Cup final, to the good, the bad, the ugly, the transfers, even Gyökeres. Gyökeres, as he said on Arsenal.com, Gyökeres, 3 titles in a row. Ended Sporting's drought, ended our drought, won the Puskas, Gerd Muller Apologies Award. Hope you win Puskas one day. Took the number 14 shirt. You know, house, from a personal point of view, wasn't in order. They talk about the Premier League. They were saying, oh, he wears jeans. They were doing heat maps. They were doing crazy things. They were laughing at Gyökeres. We see mentality. That's why I don't care about his first touch. Because he does. Everybody has got over the line this year. Boy, United fans, I'm just asking you a question. Who's got more Premier Leagues? Kobe Mainoo or Max Dowman? Big up you lot though, JJ Gabriel and that. Martial didn't bang. See, I might come outside. They're not better than Noni. Yes, DJ, it's been dark. We've been through the mud. We've been through the absolute mud, mate. We have to enjoy the moment, but we need to. It's about time now. It is about time. Got the Prem over the line. You're in a Champions League final. Hopefully that works. You did get to a League Cup final, lose. Don't really care about getting to finals per se if you don't win, but we've crossed into that realm and we're going to have to get used to it. And this is why you have to enjoy it more, because it's not always going to, listen, we can win stuff and do stuff, and it's time to start really flexing and doing what we need to do. But it's not how football goes. You don't even City. You didn't win they won all the time, but like not all the time. And they had their time in it. Like Maresca might be lit for them. The landscape could look good next season from a neutral point of view in the realms of what football is. If Maresca does good things at City, if Xabi Alonso gets Chelsea in good stead. Another thing you lot used to say as well, and all of the pagan teams, you lot are lucky. Another thing you lot used to say when we used to bottle it, well, you know, everybody in the following season is going to strengthen, and you would name this team, that team. And yeah, I hear that, and you can have some conversations, but like, when have we sat still? Even if transfers ain't banged, when have we not done that? See? And you lot are lucky, because we bought Gyökeres, Eze, we haven't even made it work yet. There's been injuries. As I was saying earlier, our individual players are not playing out of their skin at the moment. So what do you think is going to happen when we've won the league and all this clicks in place? We might do it again. You're welcome to come to the parade, man. It's amazing stuff. Can't wait for Sunday. They've changed the trajectory. That for the fans, man. That boys actually got over the line, bro. Like, in fact, Tab Police, you're gonna have to look away. We can quickly discuss that. We will talk about Mikel Arteta. I've given him his flowers, but yeah, like just generally throughout the season, again, we can nitpick, and this one needs to be sold, and that one needs to go, and all of this. Everyone's played a part. I'm not saying everyone's done mega stuff, but everybody's played a part. I don't need to talk about David Ryan. From being on loan at Stockport or something like that to coming here, where at the time, obviously, even for people like me that liked Ramsdale but didn't really rate him like that, it felt like goalkeeper at the time was the last place that we needed to improve. But a difficult decision was made by the manager and the recruitment team. Raya's gone from strength to strength. It started dark for Raya because the talent was, to be honest, he was clearly a good keeper at Brentford. I do think once you settled and you're doing what we know you to do, you took your game to another level. You're one of the best in the world at this moment. But you came into this club fairly, in my opinion, not clear of Ramsdale, if that makes sense. And you look nervous. I remember looting away, but look at him now. It's not where he starts, where he finished. We told you lot. We told you lot. When I sat on TalkSport and we lost the League Cup final, I said, enjoy it. It's the worst we're going to get. And that is the worst we're going to get. I don't lie to you lot. We hope we win the Champions League. If we don't, it's got to Champions League final on that point. For the team that's, I'm led to believe, The way they play is not sustainable. They can't keep winning games 1-0. Someone needs to do something about set pieces. They've ran Saka into the ground. Rice don't pass the ball forward. Zubimendi's overrated. Odegaard should get stripped of his captaincy. Eze, bloody, blee. Trossard and Martinelli need to go. They've got Gyökeres, Marino, and whoever else, Jesus. They say madness. We've as a fan base, we've entered a new realm, and we have to get used to it. Because, and again, going back to enjoy it. Because we're not always going to win. We know about that anyways, Arsenal fans, because, contrary to popular belief, we're actually the most humblest. You lot gaslight. You lot talk smoky, and then God said it's your time, man. God said it's your time, man. Just keep hustling. You got to stay in the cold, non-Arsenal fans. We just got to keep working. It weren't always rosy like this, Weren't always like this. You have to keep working. Way before we had young players like Miles Lewis-Skelly and Max Dowman shining. Look, 1 year he got sent out on loan. He's got Premier League before Javi Simmons. Tottenham. Because I ain't even gotten to Spurs yet. Really, I'm trying to... Football gods, please, if you're blessing us, I just need you for actually just one more game at the end of the season for us. And anything Spurs back into, because that will cap off the season. I don't think they're gone, but it's about time we got to enjoy this. I don't know where Warren and Marcel and Ethan and a lot of people are, man. I can get used to this winning thing. No, we're used to it, but respectfully, it's like having I always say this about our football club. It's like it's the prettiest woman in the world, but if you don't tell her she's beautiful, she's gonna think she butters, and that's what happened. Wenger built the stadium. Arteta turned the lights on, and then it was time to turn it brighter. Arteta initially had the right approach. We need that more than the light bulb. The ideas were there. And big up yourself, Gaffer, as well, because I've always said this about you. I feel all the complicated things that we need to do, you've done it, you've got all of that. I do think because we're a great football team, like we're to a degree, I think we just need to kind of go back to basics in certain areas, especially in attack. But you managed to get over the line. So yeah, big up the Gaffer. We started playing Miles Lewis-Skelly. Certain people didn't want Hincapié. And I have to big up all the players, regardless of what I think about them, because fundamentally there's been injuries. I got a lot to say about a lot of players. There's been a lot of things, but at the end of the day, you've got over the line. So yeah, Raya stood up to be counted. Kepa, Tommy Setford, come on, Saliba, Jumbotron, proper Rolls Royces and Bentleys, and got Musquets. Bro, we do defenders. What is it they say? Even though they said it wasn't sustainable, even though we've won the league, we scored our first goal of the Premier League season from a corner, and then basically wrapped up the league from a corner. Bournemouth assisted the drillings. Come on. Yeah. We won over there as well. Big up Bournemouth. I'll clearly give Bournemouth their love, but the difference between us and City, Bournemouth always give us a good game, and we're talking about the away game. We got slapped at home. But Gabriel Magalhaes made a mistake, patterned up. He crumbled at Goodison Park. I don't know about these guys, man. I genuinely thought Nico O'Reilly was the same age as Miles Lewis-Skelly. He's like 21. Miles Lewis-Skelly just started kicking ball at this level, and it's lit. See, when Arteta took it out the ball, oh my days, like we're so like listen. I've prayed for times like this with my club. I'm not gonna lie, I've always maintained I need Pep to go. Like Pep is too savage. He needs to leave this league, which I think he might do the U-turn thing and just stay. But if Pep goes, I think everyone's got a chance, quote unquote. I think you might see 1-2 more Leicester seasons. As an Arsenal fan, obviously I'm selfish. I've never seen us retain this. Let's go retain that. Because it's so mad. Because one thing I told you, look, there's things I want to see in my life would be to retain the Premier League and win the Champions League. We could do that in 18 months. If we keep working on it. We're going to be here. We're going to take something else. We've stumbled already. Madness has happened. But we soldiered it. And this man, because Saliba was great. Like Saliba, since you've come into this first team, you've been good. You've been very good. To the point you're so good. The Premier League have shagged you. I will never forgive the Premier League or whoever the refs are for the penalty against Brighton. And there was another one, Chelsea at the bridge. I'm sure he's too good. He's absolutely too good. Last season, you said it wasn't your best season, and that means you've locked in. And I feel, obviously, as a collective squad, you've all locked in. But I feel Saliba's really upped it. So, yeah. And just sat. I remember when, not had players like Saliba. I used to think, I told man to stop rating Koscielny. I told man to stop rating. See, he's better than Gallas. This is the big up Wenger if he was still here. Saliba, you can give the 10 shirt to. Right idea, wrong thing. But yeah, shout Saliba. And he celebrates like Like he grew up on Gillespie Road, really. So yeah, Saliba's mustard. Scarer. I think the best is yet to come from you. I think potentially next week is going to statistically be the biggest game of your career, but I trust you. You've been great for 13 million quid for Gustavo. Right back, centre back. Was a bit booky on the ball against Burnley towards the end, but I understand it. He knew he was winning the Prem. Some of you are spending 50 odd million doing madness. This is why we needed Pearl. So yeah, one love, Mascara. And what? I'll never forget your contribution. You know what they say about these footballers. They know they have the whole England stuff with you. You know, I will never forgive Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher because listen, we can smile through the pain now, people. We can smile through the pain now, but one underrated Arsenal scar I have is that Brentford game when they got promoted. Norgard, I would love Norgard to like speak about that. They killed Benjamin White. They killed Benjamin White. Absolutely killed him. Got onto him for not wanting to watch football. We ran you into the ground. You've been a loyal serviceman, and it's if it does end like this beyond this season, it's been real, man. It's been real, Benjamin, man. I always maintained you're a right back, though. I'm not. You're a good centre half. You could get away with you in the back three. I think you're a great right back. But yeah, shout out to Ben White in Cat PA. Some of you here are hating. Some of you said we shouldn't have bought a left back. Some of you say he's not the best on the ball, but he's a passion merchant. The worst thing I could say about Nkapie is, you know, the images of you, you know. But yeah, I got time for him. My hot take is, I think, like we were just talking about Benjamin White, innit? I think we need someone that can play right back or someone with versatility to play both sides. But my hot take is, don't sleep on another left back. I'm not saying I want, I'm saying don't sleep on it. Because if Lewis Skelly has to start playing in midfield on a consistent basis, Nkapie and Calafiori unfortunately pick up injuries. So yeah, we might. On one hand, I don't think we're going to sign too much in the summer, but on the other hand, you could make a case of But yeah, shout Nkapie. And that's one signing that will obviously be confirmed. Big up Nkapie, passion merch. Got a lot of time for you. I won. Remember when Magalhaes was wearing these kind of kits there? You know, used to hate on him. Yeah, oh my, God is real. Pablo Marie. Some of you used to say he's better than Magalhaes. Magalhaes has always been my guy. I saw the rough diamond. This is when I used to watch a lot more like European football. I was watching Leo, when they had Rafa Leao and all of those other guys. I believed in him. I'm not going to lie. I didn't believe you'd be world class like you are now, but I thought you'd be very good. And yeah, everything I want. There's even videos from years ago on my YouTube channel. From years ago, you can dig them up if you want. Where I said, why hasn't Magalhaes got his own chant? We was Magalhaes high from the jump. They big up Calafiori. We're going to give him his flowers. I remember crazy works. I remember the first title challenge we had. Oh, the nerds were saying, oh, they're going to look to upgrade on Magalhaes. Like, there's A centre-backs and B centre-backs. Shut up, man. He's cold at everything. And he's fucking clutch. A couple times he's made mistakes and he's got away with it. I'm not going to lie, Magalhaes. Don't move too bait sometimes, because if I'm honest, Newcastle away, which is my highlight for the season so far, no, it's Bournemouth City still. You got away with it. Haaland's a real one. I got a lot of time for you as a person, Haaland, especially the fact that you're a shithouser. But if Arsenal win in that case, you better need to get him sent off. They don't like us. They're not with us. So yeah, Magalhaes. And you know, we all follow him, and you see his wife and his kid and how much he's involved in the club. And sometimes he goes and watches, I think, Corinthians. He's a passion merchant. Blood, sweat, and tears, man. Another one, underrated in terms of the injuries. Hamstrings, everything. We've seen him grow up as well. Big Magalhaes. There's a couple men in this squad I'm never gonna forget. Ben White, one love. Saliba. 20 years from now, when I'm looking like Kenny, big up Kenny. I got some history facts. So yeah, can't forget Timber. Worst I can say about Timber is the injuries. Tim Beasy, you deserve it. He's a good lad. Cold. Man United. Why? I swear Ten Hag used to coach him. Why didn't he buy him? See, There's one thing we know, it's defenders. Smash the likes, as Hyper has said. Chill off for now, man. We had 2 days of that. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll get back on that. It's just time to be calm. I want 2 big trophies at the parade. Can't lie. Enrique scaring me, man. He's sly, trying to little man Arteta on a slide. But if the football gods please, man, let's just keep working hard, staying humble, winning. That's what we do. All we do is win. At the end of the day, winners win, losers explain. And I can't wait. War a trophy and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, Timber, you could Arsenal legend for me. Now you lot can start being honest. He's better than Bukayo. Not Bukayo, that doesn't make sense. He's better than Sagna, 100%. And if we haven't seen, best centre halves I've seen play for this club, Tony Adams, William Saliba. In my 31 years, centre halves, Tony Adams, Sol Campbell, William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes. Yeah. Calafiori, you need to stay fit. Oi. Oh, my defense. You lot have carried this team, innit? Can't lie. Arsenal.com, we need to update. There's one man that we're going to get into, but his profile needs to be moved. Why is he not there? Why is he not there? It's cool though, man. It's cool though, man. 13 years is a long time. It's a long time. I don't know. I'm 72 hours from not winning the champs. We might have to sack Arteta, really. You have to earn that new contract, bro. You ain't won enough. You got the shortest trophies right in football right now. Along with Villa. Shout out Villa. Well, yeah. North London forever, man. Come on. Come on. I can't lie, I would sing it, but as you get my voice, it's gone. Doing too much. You'd think I'd want to be smarter in that regards. Am I the only one still having to pinch myself? I'm deep in it now, man. We done it, man. It's here now, man. And we actually have to. Do you know what's so sweet with it as well? We actually get the last laugh, man. Like we got the last laugh, man. Because now that we won this thing, we can be honest. If there's one game I watched and I was vexed, and this is why I don't rate none of the pagans, because some of you were happy to lose to City. You lot hate Arsenal more than love your club. But anyways, that City-Chelsea game at the bridge, the bottle done as well. Like everything around that looked dark. It looked like City. We're getting that together. Like we're doing that City stuff. We've also collapsed ourselves slightly. I was scared. But I was hearing Shark Circle and all of this kind of stuff. I don't know about that. Like, football's played on grass, bro. Yeah. Finally got one on Pep, man. When Pep used to slap us in the back of our head and say, "Oh no, you look good, man. You look good, man." We patterned. Croupy or Bacola. Croupy for me. Croupy. Yeah, him for me. He wears number 22. It was written. He can play behind the striker, off the left, obviously up front. The problem is you're looking at P's. Unfortunately, I do think there's a couple players that I would say the Gibbs Whites of this world, the Morgan Rogers, the Croupties. There's a lot of names. Them kind of talents for me, you have to at least have 60 to 100 million to kind of play with. And are we going to do that for Crouptie? And my point of saying that as well is Crouptie's, you're under no rush to leave. There's allegedly Arsenal interest based on reports and all them other clubs, and obviously you might want to go, but is there any need to leave? Bournemouth could get Champions League. You've got stability. Like he's not an idiot, or his agent isn't, or Bournemouth ain't. You achieve what Semenyo did. You come here, play in the Prem, help us. If the other teams want you, go do your thing. And Pablo Marie forward to the parade. Yeah, you can, man. You can, man. Kunamawani, like the Arsenal post too. Bro, that's nothing new. All the men that Spurs have ever played for Spurs, they're all Arsenal fans. James Maddison, prime example. Like we all see the tweets. He was a big Ozil fan. Like he's just come to play for Spurs and it's his job. Spencer, Arsenal fan. They've been having players like that. We don't blame them. Why would you support Spurs? The only thing Spurs have done better than Arsenal this season is 2 concerts. And you're going to need Beyonce. But you don't need to hope Beyonce gets in her bag if you go championship. Boy, you don't got to have KSI and there needs to be soccer aid and whatnot because there's not going to be no elite football. This has been sensational. Eze was going to go Spurs. He said, no, he slapped them. We slapped them. That's another thing. It's not been in vain. It's not in vain. It's genuinely not in vain. Like Max Dowman, Everton, like these are moments that are going to live with me. want the champs. I want the champs, man. Because we're bad for every team in this country. I can't lie to you. Europe is a different thing. Congratulations on winning the league. Shout out all the fans that are actually doing the congratulations thing. Like, at some point, you got to say fair play in it. But do you know how it's not with football? As much as it means the world to me, some people are like, with it, like, take a chill pill. Football's a simple game. It's 90 minutes. And at the end, the Arsenal win. You know what I mean? Defense wins titles, but we score goals. Big up own goals as well. Big up own goals. Big up own goals. They used to talk crazy about us. I remember being pissed off this season, man. What's the most, like, what games have pissed you off the most this season? And try and think. Don't just say the obvious ones. Aston Villa away. Got shagged it. Sunderland. Because it was so good in some aspects and then not in others. I'm not going to lie. Start of the season tax, but for me, Liverpool away. Oh, Liverpool at home. Gaffer and players, we fucked it up. It's cool now, but yeah, you lot pissed me off in that game. We were dead. Like, it's cool though. We've dispelled all of those myths. Oh, you need to beat your title rivals, the defending champions, Liverpool and Manchester City. Yeah, they won the battle. We win the war, bro. Do the maths. 38 games. Shh. Please. Please. It's different. This is what we do. This is who we are. We told you this was going to happen. We told you trust the process. You're not doing them little funny jokes anymore about, oh, what phase is it? And like phase 2.5. That's what my friends used to troll me with in the group chat. Where's all that stuff now? Where's all that stuff now? Yeah? Because now you understand why there's olive trees, why there's RAF helicopter dons, why there's speakers, and there's pickpockets, and any crazy madness this elite manager right now is doing in Mikel Arteta. Now you know why he does these things. You think the teams are not scared of him? You got to be crazy. Got to be crazy to beat Man City, the Titans, Pepper legend, Potter's Arsenal. You can't do it. You won't do it. How will you do it? There's injuries, and City are purring, and they're finding form, and they've been here before, and Arsenal opened up the door, and all that bollocks. All that fucking bollocks. Yeah? I don't even want you lot's congratulations. And the good guys finally won for once, man. Shit. You actually did it. You lot have cured now. Yeah. No. I was going to say they've cured the PTSD, but listen, you got to stay humble. Nobody can tell me about this individual. You know his name. Double barrel. Look, stocky. Greedy kid. Strong. Big up his mum as well. And his whole family, furthermore. Legend. Well, Mandem FC, the culture club. He's done culture things at 18, 19. Bearing in mind, England, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid. Crazy things. New deal as well. Left back, centre mid. Remember, he's new to this centre mid stuff to you lot, yeah? To you lot. He was doing all that at left back. Hey, Len, certain other clubs are bullying all the other English clubs and signing all the young kids and buying all these crazy ones, but no, see you lot with what we got. Couple teams got stuff. We got Lewis Kelly, Marley Salmon. I hope he starts against Palace, to be fair. Max Dowman, I don't even the names. Lewis Kelly, Max Wanyeri. Is Wanyeri Premier League winner, technically? Pogba come outside. Gerrard. Cole Palmer. I wish I could draw out Foden, but the resume is mad. Not going World Cup. Every tongue that riz up against Bakayo didn't bang. It didn't bang. It didn't bang. Oh. We did it, man. Lewis Kelly, amazing. Hope you stay at Arsenal for the rest of your career. Exactly what I want to see. Love the way he handles himself. Love the way he takes the press. Even with the bottle. They're little bottlers. Saka's becoming a victim. Not a victim. He's becoming definitely not a victim. He's becoming a villain. Apologies as well now. This is what we want to see. And when you watch the videos, Saka keeps saying we got to enjoy it. When you're watching some of these clips, obviously we don't know if these guys are telling the truth, but they're saying Odegaard is saying like to Arteta, let's all watch it together. Obviously by now you'd all probably know like Arteta watched it at home and they all went to like a nightclub after. And even the details coming out about that is crazy, man. Like I think the press said Noni was rapping. And big up Noni Madueke's mum because he uploaded something. Martinelli, I can't lie as well. But we'll get on to you. Yeah, but yeah, shout out Miles Lewis Kelly. Love him at the football club. Some of you are wet. Some of you are wet. Oh, Seligman, you were saying to me, let's be honest, TG. There's a lot that he needs to work on and need this and that. Of course, he's 19, but the pros outweigh the cons. He's sick, he's strong, wants to pass forward, shithouser, bro, built bare strong. Yeah, Miles Lewis Kelly, cold at foot. Simple as that. And you lot know my thoughts on him. He's my guy, but some of you piss me off because some of you used to draw Odegaard, and I used to read some of your comments, and I got to keep it composed. Shit, point. We did it with a dodgy ankle. History will be kind. Would it be fair to say, as Arsenal fans, history is written by the winners? Is this Arsenal's first Emirates Stadium trophy in terms of the Premier League? It is, right? 22 years. That man's the first captain to do it in that stadium. It's pretty iconic, pretty legendary. Helped his club helped his country, get to the World Cup. His best performances have come off the bench as well, which shows his mentality is still there as a captain. Certain man didn't do it. So why is Bruno what? Because Bruno got 1-2 assists playing 10 games a season. We're rating that to get player of the season. I'm not even saying Odegaard, but am I shameless? 100%. Not Odegaard apologist, but I do think you need to play. We really need you to go up the gears. And we'll speak about it at length tomorrow. But yeah, man. When it's clicking with him, it's clicking, man. I got a lot of time for the God. No God. Spud him, man. I don't know why. I'll tell you one the league. I ain't bothering with it, but I don't know why you haven't really got minutes. But end of the day, bro, 12 months ago, was you a Premier League winner? You know what happens when you come to N5, man? You know, we told you trophies were landing. You lot wanted to laugh. Oh, sing it. I want to see it. Because that's another thing. They love to say Arsenal fans are, you lot say what you want, man. This mascara stint should only make him a more complete centre-back down the line. See, you know how ball works. We can do PSG. I hope so. Those Hincapié arse images will follow him forever. Dude, the warrior doesn't really deserve that. I feel bad for him. He looks like the sort of guy to banter. Didn't you see our players? Our players are funny slyly, man. Because when they're commenting on like his Instagram, they're bantering him about it. And I think Rice, Timber, Eze, Saka, like all the clips that are going around of them meeting people at the Emirates. I don't know. I think it's Rice's voice. You don't see them on camera. Like, he's like to one of them, you lot acting like bad bees. So it shows they're just like us. I'm so happy for Eze, man. It all worked out, man. You see why you have to pray, regardless of what religion you follow. It was Eze. It's a movie. Like, there's bad movies. Norgard, it's your moment. It's your moment. But yeah, big up Norgard. But yeah, like, we're the culture club. Spanish Don patterning. One stuff as a player and a manager. Alien culture. English Brazilian culture. Him and Gomaras just shows like whatever. In Calafiori, cold. And none of these, well, to be fair, this is the wrong section to be saying this, but it's our defensive third that are the ones in it. Like, big up you lot. From a personal, and this is what I'm telling you lot, from a personal point of view, it makes me respect you lot even more because individually, there's not really anything to scream and shout about. But that's what I'm saying. They made it happen. Marino, free. You was part of that game that I think is for me, winning this. If there's one game from the start winning season I will remember in the Premier League, it'll be Newcastle away. Everything they threw at us, we overcame it. It was 3 long years previously, man. Between the 3 years, I don't know which one of the Premier Leagues was the toughest to take. Oh, 23, 24. Where kind of fake went to the last day of the season. I think so. Because the first year, once Saliba was out injured, it's a myth. Last year, it would have pissed me off more. But we made it happen. So we need to get one for every day that we cried. It's childish. But nah. My people are in whips and chains. So it's only right we get whips and chains. I want every bit of silverware, like anything on offer. You think I don't want to be shameless? Win the Champions League, we get to the Super Cup thing. They can't talk on my manager. He's been managing for 6-7 years. He's won 4 trophies. and all the other statistics that are relevant from trophies. When I'm sitting here and telling you the man's got aura, he's a genius. I think he's his best friend and his worst enemy. He even done that this season. You see, that's what I mean. When Arteta locked in towards the end of the season, stop trying to overcomplicate things. That's what my gaffer does. First half of the season was all moving, man. But this is what a team does. And throughout the season, not everyone's been in good, like the plus points we can say about certain players. It's not all happening at the same time. It's a marathon. See, but Mendinho. At the end of the day, Partey was here for how long? How many Prems? Euros and Prem. He fell off at this point of the season. I've told you lot. I think when it's them typical British games, he's going to struggle. But it's Zuba Mendinho. Let's not do what shags him is the season's coming to an end and you're having this wobble because first half of the season, he was up there for signings of the season, shouts. He's obviously scored a couple of worlds. He's a good player. Do I think there's more to come from Zubimendi? Yes. But you're going to judge him on his first year? Because Rodri weren't. I'm not even saying Zubimendi's not going to be Rodri, in it. But Rodri wasn't nothing to scream and shout about. He'll be back. I think. And this is why I tell you, like, I want another midfielder. Honest to God, I want Declan Rice, Zubimendi, Miles Lewis-Skelly, and another midfielder. That's it for that pivot. We can go places because we have kind of run him into the ground. I think you're good, Zubimendi. I need you to be great. But told you change our lives. They said, oh, he ain't changed our lives. 12 months ago, did you win Premier League? Zubimendi came, we won Premier League. For a guy called Deluded, he sure does talk sense. So yeah, shout out the Spanish duo. Arsenal legend. Arsenal legend. I ain't saying he's Tony Adams and that, but if we were giving legends back black cards and there's different tiers, he's there. Like, Declan, like, I can't lie to you. In my 31 years, if I had to name my like the Arsenal team of my life, you're in midfield with Patrick Vieira. If I go 4-3-3, everything you've done, you fucking played right back for this football. You played right back. You played right back for this football club. And I have to apologize to you because I remember one time you was playing for West Ham them times. You tried to fight Eddie and Ketty, and I wasn't nice to you. And I'm sure you scored against us, but we're friends now. Come on, man, Mikasa, Sukasa. But yeah, bro, cold. One of the best enemies. Everything. I've seen you play right back. I've seen you make tackles. I've seen you intercept. I've seen you score goals. I've seen you do all that standing up to be counted the way you are as a person. Like, you seem like a bit of a floater in the group, like the group of players. Like, there's always videos coming out of him having a good rapport with different members of the squad. It's not just the young English boys. It's, I don't know, Kepa or something. I'm sure you've even played centre half for us. Everything we want to see. A player that I wish the worst thing I could say about you, Declan Rice, I wish you came from Halen, but that never happened. It's because it's like you've never been anywhere. See, when you're the sort of player we moved to the Emirates for. Did we not move here to spend 105 million and it's worked out? And it looks like we bumped West Ham. They need a lot more than that. Sick at football, bro. One of the best centre mids in the league in the world. I didn't say the best. Can't talk on him. Helped West Ham win a European trophy. Ended our 22-year drought. Can't talk on Rice comparing him to. I'm hearing names like Caicedo. Come on, man. Come on, man. Be serious for a sec, man. Bacola, left wing, Kruti. Yeah, you're looking at we're not spending 200 million on two attackers, man. You know the money has to stretch, man. Bless up, DG. I still haven't fully processed what happened the last few days, can't lie. Big S, it's lovely, man. Kruti and Tonali are a must this summer. I think we got to go for both. You're excited, innit? So am I. Like, well, that's the thing. Now it's a suffering from success thing. We're not sleeping, Arsenal fans. There's too much adrenaline. We want more. Dare I say we're getting greedy, and you can't be greedy in life. We finally got over the line. Like, that was the thing for me, fundamentally, when we're sitting here and rambling for hours about stuff. That's it. Like, sink or swim, and you've done that. There's obviously things that need to be addressed, like everything in life, and try and get better and all that jazz, but we've done it. Fucking done it. And Declan Rice, you always show up. Regardless of how you play, you always flipping show up. You don't hide. You have to win Ballon d'Or. Fuck it. You have to win Ballon d'Or. He said it's not over. It's not over. Bossy with it before the game. I didn't believe. I said this. Even though you're my guy, right? Just allow it, bro. But that's why he's playing there. And that's why I'm talking to you lot. So smash the like button, folks. So yeah, shout out to Declan Rice. Bukayo Sacks. What are you lot saying for Sacks? My boy is talented, told, man. I'll be honest, I want a world-class left winger more than anything. I hear it still. But I'll be real, I'm scared about midfield, man. I'm scared. I'm kind of shook. There's not really bodies like I know you lot can. There is a lot of people on paper that can play centre mid, but Marino's been injured, Kai's been injured. I'm not saying I want that in midfield. There are two likely options in it: Rice running into the ground, Zubi running into the ground. Lewis Skelly's an option in midfield and he's doing well, but that hasn't been the case all season. Norgard, for whatever reason, like 56 minutes of Premier League football, he did what Stephen couldn't do. I don't know about that. But hey, you see how the Spurs fans gas up Musa Dembele, meaty, Norgard. Oh, he's underrated. Streets won't forget. Norgard, cuz quick and fast. Norgard, hail up. Let's go back. Let's have some respect for Norgard as well. I'm sure you played centre half or something for the club when we in the early rounds of the cup. Shout out you. But back to the star boy. Allow it. I told you, look, when we get to the final stage of Saka, if God allows him to be fit, the rest of the league is pissed. He's a villain now. He's always been a little villain. Like you see him like doing the Rashford thing and that, but he's fucking grown up, man. Like you used to be star boy, you're cold and that, but we weren't looking. How I used to look at you is like I'm looking at Max Dowman. Like Max Dowman is sick at football. And to a degree, Lewis Skelly, even though it's a bit different because you're a mentality monster, I'm not looking at you to say it and control it. You was never that. Now I am. And now you're like, we've really seen this lad grow up. Everything he's been through, everything he's done. They lie on my striker, bro. They lie on him, man. We've seen the games in Europe. He slapped on every team, every big team, there's a goal there. Put the set piece, bang on the money, started celebrating. Like, you think I'm letting anyone forget these minor details? These minor details. And for you like that do the team, Kai Havertz or the team, Gyökeres, yeah, both of them chipped in. Kai ain't scored hardly any goals this season. At the end of the day, he needed to be there against Burnley. Yeah, Saka, you deserve this. I don't care how much you get paid. You need more than 300k, man. He's like David Beckham, mate. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got a winger like this. Yeah, Jesus. It's been real, man. It's a shame about what happened, but at the end of the day, you can leave with your head held high, you know. You was part of a Palmeiras side that won a title after a drought. You done it here. Obviously, you didn't play like that, but you deserve to play against Crystal Palace, man. You've been here. You've been here. Don't think I haven't seen the tear-ups. And when you were telling Haaland, like, whatever you're doing, you was brought here to help us get over the line, and you did that, Hamano. It's a shame. Need to shot that in the summer, but yeah. There's Manchester City assist. The Leverkusen goal. I'm sure either Palace or West Ham, he scored a thing. Now I think Zubamendi was West Ham. He scored an acrobatic finish. Bayern Munich, I'm sure he done a thing. The way you are, Mandem FC. Eze, it worked. It was looking dark for a point, but you understand what it's about being here now. Like, you're Eze. Exactly the player that we wanted. And Eze is a special one for me because you can see videos on my YouTube channel. I think the year we got Willian, I said, why are we getting Willian on a free when we can get Eze for 10 million from QPR? It's different when a player you like ends up playing for you because the guy's cold, man. Slapped it on Spurs, man. And he's a real one. When all the talk about Gyökeres, remember he was laying it on a plate for Gyökeres, getting goals. Eze, legend. You lot can't tell me nothing about Martinelli. Nothing, because he's done some clutch moments. Some of you lot's wingers are amazing and better than Saka and all of this kind of stuff. This guy's decision-making has been shit for a minute, and he managed to win the Prem. My other son, I accept you for what you are. I'm not going to lie to people. We can be honest and have a bit of a joke. I can't lie to you. Both can go, him and Trossard. But if it came to it, I know we ain't got time for sentiment, but I would have to pick Trossard. Even though Trossard, it's Martinelli, man. You're basically Haaland, Brazilian Haaland. Mate, what? It's horrible. It's not done. Bro, it's not done. You're never going to get better than that. You're never going to have a better moment than that. Let's talk whether this man is world class now. It ain't even a question. All our players are whatever we want them, people. We are putting foots on necks until the season starts. Well, I'm going to be talking in my group chat. See, when the World Cup comes, and obviously whatever happens, happens. I don't know. It could be Brazil, Argentina for no reason. If they're talking in the group chat, Arsenal won the league. I'm going. We can never. You don't want to see unbearables. You'll be unbearables. Do you know why we can't really do that yet? Pictures ain't landed, but tranquillo. They robbed us of it. It's cool though. We're gonna win this again next season. And next season, when we win it, it's gonna get confirmed on a Sunday. The sun's shining. I've seen us do that as a little kid on TV, but I cannot lie. And this is why we need to get on to Man United. I can't lie. Man United, when they used to confirm the leagues and they got the Sky Sports or the whatever interviews, they used to slap. We need to be doing that. It's lit, man. Shame on all of you lot that didn't back Victor Glockers. You lot are by yourselves with that. I don't care about his first touch. That man gave up money to sign for this football club. Gave up money to sign for this football club. Knew that what came with the pressure of us wanting a striker, knowing someone's going to take the 14 shirt. Obviously, critiquing him, praising him for what he is as a footballer, and all the like questions that follow that, like around Arteta's tactics and whatnot. Unfortunately, you don't get time in the Premier League. They said a lot of stuff about you, a lot of OTT analysis. You know, I don't care about his first touch and all of that. And let's don't lie, he patterned up. There was a couple performances. If it was Kai Havertz, they were gassing it. He's got 14 Premier League goals. Helped us deliver our 14th trophy or league title. These are facts. He's got 3 titles in a row. Mentality monster. When it gets tough, he's patterning. Pattern Spurs as well. Legend. Sesko jumps high though, man. Gyökeres is a Premier League winner. Pattern Sweden as well. Legend. One more game. I don't know, man. Sesko jumps high though, man. Jumps very high, but yeah. Big up Gyökeres. Trossard is. You've had a very good season. I actually think I've been a bit harsh to you because I think I used to keep saying 2020, and I felt bad a bit, to be fair. 2026, I felt like you fell off a cliff. Because I think the first half of the season, I used to say in the videos, like, the only thing I've learned this season is Trossard, the form Trossard's in. One of his most underrated goals in the sense that we don't really talk about it when we talk about the bangers that have been scored this season is his against Sunderland. But coming to form at the best time, you know, there's been a lot of talk by everybody, including me, about Arteta's attack and money spent and all of that. You're a success story for him. Cole hero. Done your thing, Trossard. Noni, it's so ugly. It's beautiful still. Amma couldn't do that. Sancho couldn't do that. Big up Sancho, though, Villa. Leave Man United and prosper. That used to be us. Man used to leave Arsenal and win titles. Man United not winning titles no more. It's been 13, 14 years. Whatever you say about Arsenal fans, I've seen Wenger win the league. Shit changed. I see Arteta win the league. You ain't won the league since my man was there. It's dark. Amma couldn't do this. Now we can start it because Man United ruined childhoods. Now we can start it. He's better than Martial. Won the league. Chelsea fans as well, don't think you're safe because you lot were running that little banner in the summer. Oh, you can't believe they signed Noni and we just won the Club World Cup. He's not going to get a medal. Tranquillo, man. You need to pattern up. Kai? Another one, we sly run into the ground, if I'm completely honest with you. At this point, Nelson, I hope you were there though, man. You'll always be known as the brother who done the Bournemouth thing. You at this point, you need to be in the parade. He should have been in that nightclub with them. A part of me is deluded in the belief, yeah. Wouldn't it be so nice if somehow Reece Nelson, like what they was projecting he was going to be, if that just correlated, man? That's a. But oh, it's a shame. Did you not see Declan Rice picking up Burr as well? I guess it's done now. I dare Pep leave. Finally ran him out the league. We can't let them forget these receipts. Got him for half the price. Next season, Rice as our full-time starting 6 going to be crazy. Get me Croupty. We're going to win the Champions League. I hope so. DG agreed. Don't let the rivals push the narrative, miserable parade narrative. Nah, man. We'll be disappointed if we don't win the chance, but bro, we won the Prem. Can't be greedy. No, Champions, you never sing that. You know, we can sing. No, London forever. Come get the Prem back. Slot, God, slot. Arsenal won the league and it's mad. Put the other Premier League teams in the bag. Spurs belong. They created a monster, man. Can't believe it. All right, Wanyeri, pick up you. I rate Wanyeri. He made sure he was local immediately. Kivio, I won. Yeah, you need to go. You're gone anyways. You need to cut. Big up Kivio on his Premier league title as well. So yeah. Moral of the story, we did what needed to be done, lad. DJ, I see you putting in work on the opposition list. I love to see it. They shouldn't have they shouldn't have let me do this. Listen to the Arteta vid on Sky. Kai scored the goal to win the Champions League final and now goal to win the Premier League. I'd argue he's the greatest player of all time. Now, I put the man them in nasty, the most clutch. Listen, Arsenal fans, when we're done celebrating, yeah, we actually need to get a pen and paper and we all need to sit down and think about agendas because I'm saying them, you're saying them. It's all fun and games, but we need to write them down because the victors write the narratives. Let's do that. One, I'm trying to refine. You don't need to help me. This is one of the best Premier League victories because none of our attacking players have been good. Arteta's a novice manager and he's beat a serial winner in Pep. It's not Mighty Ducks no more. It's not Coach Carter no more. There's no more saxophones at the end of the season. We actually did it. I'm not gonna lie, man. Away from the obvious reasons, I'm happy we did it. Well, Bournemouth obviously beat City because ain't no one trying to see Crystal Palace versus Arsenal last day of the season. It's a bit like don't want to be nervous. DG, who's starting in Champions League final? I would say for Arteta, that's what we're going to learn. Because remember when Pep got to a final with City? I could be wrong. And I'm not saying Arteta's Pep, but just remember, like, I'm sure the final against Chelsea, I'm sure it was either the final or a semi-finals. What got Manchester City to that point? Pep completely changed the tactics. Now, obviously, if it works, it's great. But will Arteta do that? Like, will Arteta, for argument's sake, would he, like, if the game was tomorrow, like a month ago, you would have said Zubimendi might have started it if they started it. If it was played tomorrow, you could argue some of us, we'll get onto Arteta, you could argue some of us, including myself, you want to see Rice and Miles Lewis-Kelly. But I don't know. Is he going to play Eze and Odegaard? Or if Timber's fit, do you start Timber? Obviously, if Timber gets some minutes, if there's any hope of that against Crystal Palace, tomorrow we'll look at Arteta's press conference, all that jazz. I ain't done none of that. We'll look at that. But what are you going to do there? Like, it's going to be mascara, but are you going to think to try something? So yeah, are you going to play Zubi? Are you going to start Kai instead of Gyökeres? It worked against Burnley. We don't care. But are you going to do that? How? Because I do think against PSG, until the ball's kicked, you kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. I see logic with starting Kai up front. I also see extreme logic, and I'm more lean to this with Gyökeres starting up front. But are you going to attack this from the off? If it goes gunshot for gunshot with PSG, there's gifts and curse. PSG is annoying because one thing I like about Arteta, or what I was kind of seeing, is the man-for-man pressing. Like, if you watch our games, Magalhaes is a centre-half, but he's like basically in the other half following people. For me, you can't do that against PSG. I guess you can, but you can't do that. And I only say that to say this. You see their front three rotating. You see their midfield rotating. I'd have preferred Bayern. Like, my only thing is, you know what? Fuck it. Lock in for a game and see who I got. Like, obviously, they're better than us and whatnot, and it's not been in the final, but City have bullied this league. You beat them. You beat PSG in the league phase. You obviously didn't do enough last year, but we did have some chances and there were injuries. You beat an Atletico, you beat Real Madrid. Like, you are able to beat one of these sides, and there's plenty of examples in football when this has happened. Now, it's not happened for us in Europe. I can't lie, people. You're not gonna have to forgive me because I told you already that we need to allow Stan, and it's got nothing to do with the Cronkies. But today I was staring out the window and just thinking about the Premier League, and a thought just went in my head, like, what if we had Saudi peace? Someone by the club, like, I was just thinking, what if we had Saudi peace? Like, what if we actually had Newcastle holders just in terms of spending? Like, I'm not saying stands poor, but like, imagine, be nice. Would love if he started MLS in midfield, Champions League final. It's Arteta against himself. Like, because you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, if you're Arteta, and to be fair, I believe this, but I don't believe this. I believe it because it's human. I don't believe it because I think Arteta dies on his sword, rightly or wrongly. And what I mean by that is, like, logically, you shouldn't play Kepa in the League Cup final, isn't it? But for whatever reason, he said, you know what, that's my guy. I've got no regrets in that. So I do think Arteta approaches it like that. But then at the same time, if you were to start Zubi Kai and bench the obvious, and it works great, I don't know. Because a part of me thinks you could see Calafiori start with Trossard, maybe Martinelli with Calafiori. Me personally, I want to see Hincapié. There's slightly a lot of question marks still, if I'm honest with you. He's slightly. I'd be talking about the obvious if I'm honest with you. Like, and what I mean by that is, you know Saliba's gonna play, you know Raya's gonna play, you know Magalhaes is gonna play. You don't know 100% who's gonna play right back. You don't 100. We know it's Mosquera, but you don't know. We don't know. Even if Timber's fit, left back you can't really call. Me, I'd go with Hincapié, man, because I do think you need a couple man that are decent 1v1. Even guys that are decent, like, because I do think football fans can be quite stupid, especially in social media. Like, we talk about these great attacking players and these great defensive players through time, and the ones that were playing together. Oh, if Ronaldo's playing against a prime Rio, you're gonna get ripped a couple times and you're gonna win tackles couple. Like, where have you not been? So there's gonna be an element of that, but and how the PSG approach it? Are they gonna make it open? It's the rotations. Because are we gonna go man for man marking, or are we gonna say, do you know what? Whoever occupies what role, that's your assignment. So, like, if the wingers are switching, no, what dead example? Forget it, you get where I'm going. I want Hincapié on second half. Calafiori is a cold defender and attacker. And I just think Hincapié's been earning his spot, if I'm honest with you. I don't know what it is. I just think he has. DG, what do you think of the Harry Redknapp comments on Tuchel? I respect Tuchel more if he left out Palmer, Foden, and Maguire. I think that's the best decision for the squad he wants. What did Harry Redknapp say? You're going to have to tell me, but I don't know what he said. Hincapié and Dembele will be fit. The overloads as well. Saliba seems pumped for the champs. We should. And one thing I like about it with the champs is the mindset's better, innit? Like, obviously, if the game, God forbid, but if it went to the last day of the season and it went left, I'll leave you to draw your minds. But we won the league, we'd still be gassed. But you've got that clarity in it, that of everything it means to the club. It can be done. Have our little day. Let's focus. We do have to. We, as much as I'm joking about Crystal Palace and Crystal Palace the same, there is an element of let's pattern because both teams are thinking about other stuff. So, but at the same time, we can't take a foot off the gas. So yeah, man, we just have to keep working. And you should be pumped. We're pumped for it then. You've got the league over the line. You've got to take Crystal Palace certified and be serious. And then you've got the Champions League. Obviously, you lose it. If you lose, it's devastating and all that kind of jazz. But this was you lot's dreams. This is a lot better than getting beaten up throughout the years in the Champions League. This is a lot better than going out in the semi-finals or the quarterfinals. So yeah, man. Whoever is pumped for the champs final and not nervy, start them all. Insomniac, me and you disagree with a lot. But I'm with how I kind of think about it as well, man. Like, regardless, I do think that's an aspect football fans forget, the mental aspect to it. Like, I think it would be man-to-man press. Yeah, but you do that against. I'm not saying it can't be done, but if you do that against PSG, what is going to be the case? There might be a couple incidences of it. Bro, it's gonna be them rotations, the overloads, the underlaps, bro. It's mad. Like, I've seen PSG do bookie stuff in phases. The way they kick the balls off, I've seen them do bookie stuff. I've seen Hincapié and Mendes on the same side, like both fullbacks next to each other. That's why I said maybe Trossard. I don't know, man. And one thing in my mind, whether it plays a part or not, that I can only talk about because I'm naturally. It's not that I'm pessimistic, but I was a lot more up. Like, I knew we was gonna win the Prem champs. I hope we do it, innit? Right. So I'm not sure. Oh. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't with it. Because I need to go back to that Calafiori point. Because I can make a case for Martin, and then there's Trossard. But yes, whoever's with it, man. I just don't want there to be gaps in midfield, man. This is why, hot take, I want technical players at this club. But from what I see with the game now and how it's athletic, and even the ballers are athletic as hell. Part of me wants to do the shameless thing. Jude Bellingham, Morgan Rogers, Morgan Gibbs White, just guys who are on getting goals in midfield. Adjust with the times. Get carved up like Sunday roast man to man. Exactly. But then there might be an aspect to do it. It seems like Maresca is replacing Pep, but what if it works? For me, if it comes to it against PSG, I know it's not just like this, but we might as well just say, fuck it, let's have a go, man. Let's try and be as good defensively, believe we can win the game if they've got quality players, God forbid. But if we lost and they scored a screamer, or Kvaratskhelia has done world-class things, you just like, bloody hell, just have no regrets. And if I'm honest, I'm happy to win the league. And I know it's different and it's a different moment and whatnot. Like, let's be real with ourselves. We can't afford to, in the last final that we played in, unacceptable. Don't become 2 from 2, regardless of how the result goes. Harry Redknapp said Tuchel's a German spy. Big up Harry Redknapp, but he's chatting silliness. He's like absolute foolishness. DG, they will be open in the centre. I still remember that Rice turn last time. And Leao missing 1v1s will be fine. MLS made it. I think he should go with our Fulham lineup. I'm on that. Big up DJB, man. We've all been buzzing and it's not going to stop watching us smoke Palace now that all the pressure is off. I don't mind what happens. If it's up to me, I know it's not going to happen because this is naive for me. It will get smoked. Marley Salmon right back, Dalman right wing. Now, they're not going to go and do that. They're not going to go and do that. But just for their experience, even if they get smoked, the 2 young players are going to learn. It'd be nice, man. It'd be nice. In certain areas, we can't rest anyone, really. Like, we need to be careful with mascara. What was we saying about England, bro? Jordan Henderson, say no more. I'm not even going to look, I'm not even going to look at the squad, man, because I know it's nonsense. I did see the rumors about Foden. Wow. Yeah. Do you think Win the Dog starts against Palace, DG? Bro, win the dog, Nicholas Hover, Stricto, Dan Potts. Bro, you can start League Gunner, bro. Just play troops, can play up front or something. Just play. None of the first team players need to play. Palace the same. If I'm honest, I don't even want Eze to be on the pitch, but you got to give him that moment, man. Going to be a tight game, but I think we'll get over the line. Corner kick, Havertz header. Godasaurus starts. And for me, to be honest, Martinelli gave Hakimi hell the last time, and Saka was winning the physical battle against Nuno. We've therefore got weapons. That's why I keep saying, I think just fuck it. Let's just have a go. Like, is what it is. Let's just try it. I don't want us to go there and the lights are bright and whatnot. And that goes for the manager as well. Really, just, if I'm honest, passion merchant and no regrets. We're already good in defense. We don't need to reinvent the wheel here. Foden and Palmer only bring noise to the camp. The media will hound Tuchel to play them when they don't deserve. If he left them out, that's the right decision. Nah. Judges in the 8. Wait. He didn't leave out Palmer, though. He kind of left out Cole Palmer. Foden, yeah. Tuchel, I don't know about that one. Saka won, you know. I don't know about that. Swear down Noni Madueke made it and Cole Palmer didn't. Leaving Chelsea enhances your life. Foden, we won. Wow. Apparently his mom said she's disappointed. Dan Burn, O'Reilly, Levi Cole and Tamori are not going. Noni's made the cut. Eze Saka, Rice. Not bringing Maguire is crazy. Wow. The BBC squad that it expects to be named. Pickford, Henderson, Trafford, James, Livramento, Gurhey, Konza, fair. Gotta take Konza. John Stones, I would. Kwanzaa. Not Con. I said Konza, but I mean Konza as well of Leverkusen. I remember him saying he likes his ability to play right back. See, Nico O'Reilly, that's calm. Damn, Burn. I still think you need someone that just play. You know what? Fuck it. Actually, that might be all right. Where's MLS? Declan Rice, Elliot Anderson, Jude Bellingham, Jordan Anderson. You need Maguire, bro. Set piece scumbag. My ideal England 11. Ideal. Only ideal, I can say what I want in it. If everyone was playing to the best of their abilities, Pickford, Reece James. Stones. If Stones was like never had an injury, Stones, Maguire. No, Stones probably could be Konza now, to be fair. Stones, Gurhey. Left back, it could be, to be fair, I want Lewis Kelly in midfield, but like, I'd actually say Nico O'Reilly. Lewis Kelly, midfield, Rice, 10. This is going to sound mad, but Jude, Rogers off the left, Saka off the right, came through the middle. I can understand leaving Palmer out. He seriously fell off a cliff. Yeah, but there ain't no, like, I hear it, but like, there might be a stage of the tournament, yeah, where let's just say there's Trent might not have played bare minutes and whatnot, but there might be a game we just need to get something. A Palmer, a Foden, a Trent. They might just set up something or do something. I know their form hasn't suggested that, but I always think it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it type of thing. But Tuchel knows more about football than me, so it is what it is. But yeah, Rice, Elliot Anderson, Jude Bellingham, Henderson, Rogers, and Maino, Kane, Tony, Watkins, Saka, Noni Madueke, Rashford, Fair, Gordon, Eze. The final place in the 26-man squad is expected to go to Arsenal defender Miles Lewis-Skelly, Real Madrid defender Trent Alexander-Arnold, or James Garner. Maguire Gurhey for me. Shout. Lewis Hall and O'Reilly. Can't lie, Lewis Hall's not being called up. Don't say it. Well, BBC's not saying his name. DJ, they got Eze to do the Maverick thing, brother. Palmer ain't done any. Yeah, I hear it, and he hasn't let England down, but I hear it. I do hear it, and you do have a couple of other players, but and I'm not just saying just Palmer, because really, I wouldn't leave out Foden, but I hear it because I think I'm one of them. Oh no, you can't leave out Foden. Then you ask why, like, because I'm a bit of a hypocrite because I slander Foden all the time, innit? But Palmer, I thought he'd be a kick, but all three of them. Trent, he don't fancy Trent. Clearly, he doesn't. He don't fancy Trent, man. Yeah, Reece James is cool, but you got to remember this is the World Cup. Reece James ain't gonna. How many games from the first game to the final if you make it? He's not gonna start and play all of them. We gotta kick the players living off media credit. True. Morgan Rogers. To be fair, shout. And I am underplaying the aspect of Morgan Rogers being there. I hear you, but you aren't going to get that out of Palmer. He's been playing with a massive chip on his shoulder, and it's only been to Chelsea's detriment. If I'm honest with you, I hear what you're saying about that. I don't know about that, but I think he needs surgery. It's no excuse. Like getting surgery, if that's what you need, ain't gonna help. But you look like a player that's being patched up. If I'm honest, I'm backing Tuchel in England. I back it. I just think England are gonna rub out. I back it because whether it works or not, Tuchel don't do it. Like that's one thing I admire about the Germans. Like they just. It's not an emotional thing. They're just cutting through it, being surgical. Like, there's a method to the madness for every player called up, really. It'd be interesting for Tuchel because obviously he ain't managed at this level. Imagine being England manager and the media are putting pressure on you to play bums who don't deserve to play. Welcome to England. They're going to keep doing that. Hope you're good, brother. Just tuned in. 22 years of tolerating the rivals banter. Now they're calling my mates, rather congratulating me. Nah, man. They're breading. Like people are coming forward and saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. No, you're still getting licks. Put out your hand. Come closer. Stop crying before we give you something to cry about." Now, Foden started every England game in the Euros and offered nothing. True. Rogers, Bellingham, Eze, no space for Foden and off form Palmer. Fair. Also, this has been England's problem with keeping all those star players and trying to play them all. I think he's been smart with having ones on form, but he needs to bring Maguire, Morgan, Gibbs White, Lewis Hall. I did think Morgan Gibbs White would miss out. I do think he's unlucky though. I don't get the Henderson one for footballing reasons. I don't get that one. I get it for the dressing room and all that kind of stuff. And he's around in the camp. I understand it for that. And the manager reserves his right to play who he wants. I hear all of that. But why? That feels like a waste of a space. He does have experience. I'm not downplaying that aspect, but it's experience, man. Big up Kobe Mano. You need him. Could you have brought Adam Wharton? I think if you've got Adam Wharton, you can get away with having one of him or Mano. Wait. Oh, I thought I didn't see Jude Bellingham. About to say, what is that? It's dark, man. GG. Facts, DJ. I'm not showing nobody mercy either. It's about team cohesion. Players who know their role. Palmer and Foden are media darlings, only bring noise to the camp. To be fair, we don't know if them two as people bring noise. Indirectly, I get what you're saying. English media just love their star players. I'm happy he isn't picking all the washed up star players. They're saying the last place could go to MLS or Trent or James Garner. So maybe that's how he's feeling in the morning. I'm here for the Foden slander too, trust me. But in my opinion, see it holding him back. Genuinely, the grass will be much greener for him on the other side. Still babied. Tuchel picked Elliot Anderson over Adam Wharton and Morgan Rogers over Gibbs White. We saying they were in direct competition. I think a couple of people have earned it. I think Kwanzaa, he likes your capabilities. I think, if I'm honest, Anthony Gordon and Madueke, I think he just likes you two. Should Ivan Toney surprise me? I do like the fact that he's gone with Ivan Toney and Ollie Watkins because we know what Toney can give us. Watkins is in good form. I do feel sorry for Danny Welbeck, but that was dream chasing. I don't expect Ivan Toney or Watkins to play too much Kane's number one part. You need strikers, man. I've always felt sometimes for England, we either take too many strikers or we don't take enough. I like the fact that I can see roles. Like a couple players can play other places, but to be fair, you lot are potentially right because we know Trent's a right back. He can play in other roles. Foden and Palmer, they can play everywhere, but what are they? It's kind of clear. Like you got your strikers, you got your wingers, you got your defenders. That, to be fair, defense is probably the most versatile. Like, and Nico O'Reilly indirectly could cover midfield, as we know. Dan Burn, wouldn't say it shocks me, but it kind of does. Fair play to Dan Burn, though. Big up DG. Don't get Maguire. Been left out too. Plays decent for the national country. Dan Burn shocks me. He's got an ability to play left back, even though he's whatever. Yeah, Palmer looks like he's carrying an injury. Boy. Gibbs White, Welbs, couple man could count themselves unlucky. No Maguire, Gibbs. Oh, sorry, seen that. Lewis Hall. I don't think he'll bring two young left backs. Left back does concern me, though. Hopefully, we see an Arsenal win with zero pressure in the final. Could be a whole different level. Broski, they don't know what that would do. We should go for Granit Xhaka in the summer. We got unfinished business. I can see it happening. High key, we are still missing him in midfield. He'd be a great mentor to Zubi. I hear that, but we can just FaceTime Granit Xhaka. Just sign somewhere lit, man. Big up yourself, Jack. So happy and relieved. Been patiently waiting for this Premier League. We're here now, man. Leaving both them up. Madueke is a Premier League winner. Be nice. But Dan Burn on set pieces with Rice and Saka. Maguire. Like Maguire. Look how fat Maguire's head is. Maguire shocks me. But it's Thomas Tuchel. I'm sure he's got his reasons. But yeah, people, man. I'm going to have a, what's the time? Midnight gym session, actually. Actually going to go to the gym. Friday, we party again. Big up you lot, people. Check out the rest of the other content. Smash the like button if you haven't.